Hey guys, good evening. It's Tuesday, and we are in the
Bozard Ford studio. Thank you very much, Bozard Ford.
That's right. Amazing people out there at Bozard. And let me tell you, I'm happy to be here. It's a beautiful day in St. Augustine.
It is. It's a beautiful day to be anywhere, actually.
We're not whiskeying it up today. I have on my American Party shirt and hat. I am ready to go. And you're representing the sponsor?
I'm representing the whiskey people. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it so much.
They came in strong.
Yes.
So, you know, but I got to tell you about Bozard Ford.
I think you should.
Because let me tell you, Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine, their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by DealerRater. Bozard Ford also has won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by the Ford Motor Company. Check them out today online at bozardford.com.
Saint, experience the art of Italian dining at Saint, nestled in the heart of historic St. Augustine. From handmade pastas to rich risottos and indulgent tiramisu. That'll keep you up for a couple hours, too. Every dish blends authentic Italian flavor with modern elegance. Sip a craft cocktail, savor seasonal ingredients, and enjoy breathtaking views from their second-floor balcony or rooftop patio. It's time of year for that. Fire pits, too, where you can take in a bayfront view and even spot the lighthouse on a clear day. At Saint, every meal is a celebration. Join us there and elevate your dining experience. Had the Cacio Pepe there, and it was homemade spaghetti, and it was very good. Cacio Pepe, cheese and pepper.
Cacio Pepe.
Cacio Pepe.
All right, Brightway Insurance. All right, it looks like we're doing pretty good as far as hurricanes go. We only have another 40 days.
Okay,
40
one brewing.
40 days. So, but we're looking pretty good. All right, and these guys right here are the guys that would help you get through it if we weren't looking good. Because since 2008, Brightway Insurance, the Casey Agency, has been guiding St. Augustine through hurricanes, floods, fires, and more. Led by longtime local Ashley Casey, this insurance done the brighter way. No confusing jargon, no one-size-fits-all policies, just clear guidance, multiple quotes, and customized coverage that protects what matters most. With deep roots in the community and decades of experience, Ashley and his team make insurance simple, affordable, and personal. Visit them on the island at 108 Seagrove Main Street or call 904-217-7547. Brightway, the brighter way to do insurance.
Okay, opposite the Castillo San Marcos. Thank you for the day.
Day-o.
Daylight coming.
All right, we got it going on, boys. Opposite the Castillo de San Marcos, which is built to defend the city from their raids, is the St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum, which houses the world's largest and most authentic collection of pirate artifacts curated by Pat Croce and the Croce family, including the collection of over 800 items exhibited in 40 immersive exhibits. Is one of only 3 surviving Jolly Roger flags left in the world. See gold from Blackbeard's ship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, and the blunderbuss he used to steal and keep it. See treasure chests and jewel-encrusted weapons, as well as memorabilia from Hook and other pirate-themed movies. There's a scavenger hunt designed for younger guests to learn about pirate lore as they explore the museum, as well as a fully stocked gift shop. Put on an eye patch and grab your parrot as you experience the golden age of piracy, located in downtown St. Augustine across from the fort.
All right, and we have other amazing sponsors, Lenny, because we just touched the tip of the iceberg. We have people like Anastasia Construction Group, Solar Stick, Abear Kresge and Associates, Powell Heating and Air, Bozard Ford, we already talked about, Meehan's, A.D. Davis Construction, St. Augustine Distillery. You're wearing the Citygate shirt? Or
I am wearing the distillery shirt.
You have the distillery. I had it on Citygate yesterday.
Yep.
A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing, Anastasia Diner, Moultrie Creek Diner, and Mr. Electric. Thank each and every one of you. We appreciate you guys. I got to put the clip back on it because you told me how to do this.
Thank you very much. That way we'll find it next week.
Bam. Well, we'll see.
Good point.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Okay.
All right. So it's Tuesday. A lot going on. You didn't watch the baseball game last night.
I watched football games.
Game 7 American League playoffs. Good game, Blake. How much of it did you catch, or were you watching football too?
My primary focus was on the ALCS. I like because my big thing this year during the football pool is like I seem to do a little bit better if I'm not watching the games as much. So since I was in it, I didn't watch the Monday Night Football games. I was 3 points off from being the tiebreaker. So yeah, but unfortunately, Mariners though that was just painful to watch.
Well, I mean they were up 3-1 going into the 6th or 7th.
It was 7th inning.
Yeah, and they gave up 3 runs in the 7th.
Well,
and never really were able to look back, right?
And the bane of the new Mariners' existence it used to be the Yankees in the past. It used to be Derek Jeter. Now it's George Springer.
George Springer. Well, good for George Springer. I like him. He's a good ball player.
Yeah. So, no, I felt bad for the Mariners. I really wanted them to be there. They're the only team in Major League Baseball that's
left.
never been in a World Series.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Huh.
it. It's
Every other franchise. I mean,
Right,
you got to call it franchises now.
Right.
Um,
And moving vans.
yeah. So,
know,
but they're the only ones left.
I was pleased for the Mariners that they're two big stars. Rodriguez and Cal Raleigh both hit homers in the game, but it just wasn't enough because George Springer, who is slightly in the shadow of Vladdy Jr., also hit a home run in the 7th to win the game.
Well, that team's got some. I mean, Toronto's stacked.
Yeah.
They are stacked. I mean,
It's a second generation team.
Yes. Well, and the only one of those older guys, because those older guys are my age, like their fathers
Right.
are my age, and they're the crew that I've played against, stuff like that. My closest connection to that is to Dante Bichette.
Right.
So we shot a commercial here in St. Augustine in Dante Bichette, and I was one of the 5 people in the commercial with Dante Bichette, and man, he could crush a softball. I mean,
Softball, I would
he
think
could
so.
crush a baseball. Like Jose was there, but I knew Jose from earlier.
Right.
But I met Dante just for that commercial that was shot out at Treaty Park in '94.
Yeah,
Very nice.
and we'll say one thing about Bo Bichette. He was actually out for the division series and the
I was going to
championship
ask.
series.
Look, yeah.
But he will be back for the World Series. They just haven't announced it yet.
Yeah, what's the injury that had him out?
It was a knee injury.
Okay,
Mm,
all right.
okay.
Yeah, his dad could hit, but he was awful in the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he has like the lowest WAR as far as the score you can get in defense of an outfielder or
Really?
something like that. He has that to look forward to.
Dante, yeah.
Yeah. So
All
yeah,
right.
but he could crush it.
We still got another couple of weeks of baseball.
Yeah. So looking forward to the World Series.
Should be interesting.
What do you think about? I think it was Game 6 where Scherzer lost his mind.
And wasn't coming out, and he wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't being taken prisoner. Let me
Yeah.
put it to you that way.
He was finishing that inning
Yes.
because he came out the next inning,
Yeah.
right? So he was finishing that inning, and he
He's a gamer.
yeah. So and he did shut it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it goes in the other direction, it's a completely different story.
And there is a chance that the Blue Jays do win the World Series, then Scherzer will have a chance to be like, I believe, like the second player ever to win 3 World Series on 3 different teams.
Okay.
Really?
Because I believe Lonnie Smith's the other guy that did it.
Lonnie Smith.
Yeah. And
For the Phillies and
so-
the Cards.
It was
Phillies, Cards, and Braves.
no,
right?
Phillies, Cards, Royals. So 1980, 82, and 85. He did have a chance to win in 91, but got faked out and stayed at second.
Oh, that's right. He made the base running mistake, so he could have actually had 4 different teams.
Wow.
And four championships.
Because the Braves lost to the Blue Jays, right? Or the Twins.
So 91 was the Twins, which is when he had the
And
the base
92.
Is that when Santana was
and-
pitching for them?
In 90, was it 90? Blue Jays?
92 was the Blue Jays. 91, I believe, was the Jack Morris game.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So
All right, well,
Blue Jays have won a couple. Dodgers have won more than a
Dodgers
couple.
won a bunch, yeah.
The Dodgers got to be creeping up on the Cardinals as far as the most of the National League. How many are they behind?
Let me see.
Do a fact check on that, because I think Cardinals are number one, but I think if the Dodgers win, they're either tied. I think they're tied. I don't think they go ahead of them.
Well, we should save some of this for Wager Wire tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I got stuff for them.
we'll place our bets in
For sure.
for those tomorrow, because it's going to be old news by tomorrow if we talk about the Mariners and Blue
Good
Jays.
point. Right. The poor Mariners are going away. Right.
Yeah.
They're emptying lockers and playing golf.
So
They
won't
got
be
slippers
close.
on the couch by Wednesday.
They're getting tea
Hold
times,
on, I have the
exactly.
answer. St. Louis Cardinals still have 11 right now. Dodgers are tied with the Giants right now at 8.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I was,
Tied
thinking,
with the
I was thinking they were
Giants,
okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
So
yeah.
that'll take them to that'll move them into second place by themselves.
Yes.
So
Yes, but however, I do think a lot of like baseball is rooting for the Blue Jays not only because they don't like the Dodgers, but also because there's concerns that if the Dodgers win the World Series, then there's going to be open discussions about, all right, how are they able to fund this team, because a lot of the contracts, like the big money contracts, are deferred money, and then that's going to be a big issue because at the end of the 2026 season, the CBA expires, and will there be an extended lockout unlike in 2022? So we'll see how it goes.
you know what? You guys get paid a lot of money to play a game I've played for free. Enjoy it. Your entertainment, I understand, but just enjoy it. You're getting guaranteed money, and guaranteed money, you're getting paid not to show up, Mania. But I mean,
A couple more years.
a lot of these guys, like Otani's going to get paid until he's like 60,
Yeah.
And a lot.
and a lot of money.
And a lot.
And a lot of money.
Right.
I mean, and it's within the rules of the game.
Mhm.
I don't fault the Dodgers on it. I don't understand why other teams haven't done
Don't
it
do
as
it.
successfully as they have.
Well, why don't other teams do the tush push?
But
You
I
know,
think-
there's some things that can work, and some, it's just wacky that way.
But I think it's going to kill the Dodgers 5 years from now.
Yes, I do believe so. But I do think like the big argument that might be coming up with this discussion is like not necessarily like the Dodgers are spending too much money. It's just like the cheap owners aren't spending enough money like to supplement their team. Like
Yeah.
because
It's not creating parity, but I mean the Reds don't spend a lot of money, and they were somewhat competitive
Yeah, for most of the season.
so
until they faced the Dodgers.
Annoyingly so when they played the Mets.
Yeah,
and
Thank you.
that's just rolled over and showed their belly on that one.
They're very good at that.
Yeah,
We have experience.
because you guys spend a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
a
I
lot
think
of
it's
money.
either the largest or the second largest payroll in baseball. Don't forget the Yankees are nowhere to be seen either.
Yeah. So yeah, they're home slamming their trunk too.
Yep.
All right. So I have some topics. You have some topics.
Yep.
My topics for the day are the Amazon and website shutdown.
Okay.
What you got?
I've got things falling from the sky.
Sky is falling. And I got VP negotiations.
Oh, we're going to try to get another vice president? That would be nice.
Yeah.
We can negotiate that one?
Okay. Well, what is your other one? No, you can't negotiate that one. You guys lost.
Okay. Well, funny you mention that.
You
because
lost.
Funny you mention that because my other one is talking about the National Popular Vote Compact
Okay.
to do away with the Electoral College. We're 61 electoral votes short of that. We'll talk about it later, but
All
yes.
right.
Hold on.
And it would not have mattered in the last election, but it would have mattered in 16.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
yes.
So,
Alright.
but it would
More
not.
than
It
you-
would not have mattered in 24.
No,
All right.
no. He won by over 2 million votes, 2.5 million votes,
Yeah.
which, percentage-wise, he didn't get a majority. He got a plurality. I don't know the next time you're going to see a president who actually may get a majority. It'll be interesting to see.
I think the way things are going right now,
Pluralities.
there's
I mean,
unless some things change in the next 2.5 years,
right.
I think we're kind of stuck with what we got. We got to make the best of it.
Yeah.
Can we resurrect Ross Perot, please?
Yeah. Well, he would be perfect for the American Party.
There you go.
So, and someone came up to me. I think I wasn't wearing my shirt, but they watched the show where I was wearing my shirt,
Right. Okay.
and he was talking about the resurrection of the wig. So there might be a resurrection of the wig out there.
There you
So
go.
just
All right.
saying, somebody who's in the political know too. It's not just a nobody. So
Well, you know. Third
Not
parties,
that I am somebody, but it's
third parties, fourth parties. What the hell? Why not?
You know, we'll do what we got to do.
All right. Would you like me to pick the first topic that we discussed?
Please, sir.
All right. I will pick the Amazon crashing everything.
All right. Amazon website shutdown. Did you even notice yesterday?
A lot of stuff was slow to react, or
Just
saying
spinning.
we're having we're
Spinning.
having issues. Come back later.
All right. We rely on Alexa a lot in our house. We talk to Alexa quite a bit in our house, and I know people are mad that if they're home and they have one, it just went off. So I apologize.
It turned off.
No.
It turned on.
Alexa just
Responded you're
to
saying now
whoever-
because you're saying Alexa,
yeah.
change the channel.
Yeah. Alexa, turn on the lights.
Alexa, play Rachel Maddow.
Yeah. Again.
Why?
Why?
Why? Even me.
He needs to leave the humor down.
I know. He tries. He's young. He'll learn.
Yeah, he just needs to, you know.
Okay.
All right. So I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't figure it out until well into the afternoon. I reset my phone 4 times.
Okay, I can understand that. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I thought it was
Instead
me.
of saying what's happening, or to go on a website that was functioning,
Okay.
I just reset my phone like 4 times yesterday.
Yeah.
So.
And yesterday was the day I was trying to change credit cards on some of my, subscription-like things.
Mhm.
Move it from, one credit card to a different one because we want those miles, not these miles.
Mhm.
And I was able to get 2 or 3 of them done, and 2 of them looked at me and said, "No, come back another time, please." So.
Yeah, I kept getting whoops, 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 and because I was trying to order something on Amazon.
Right. I'm wondering how much money
Yeah.
they lost just by being down.
I don't know. I know they lost money from me. They got it today.
Right, exactly. They'll just push
You
it back.
got it today. And the other one is I do a lot of online banking.
Mm-hmm.
And that totally screwed up everything too. Because I did a mobile deposit, and that mobile deposit got all kerfuffled.
Right.
And so now I had to call and say, hey, I need you to release this. They're like, first, we got to find it. We're having this trouble and this trouble. I was like, hey, me too.
Right.
And that's when I found out
That the world was caving in.
Yeah, the world was coming to an end. So, Blake, when did you pick up on it? When did you know?
So I kind of knew about it like as soon as I woke up, like because it seemed like the notifications from like New York Times said like Amazon Web Service is down, but like some of like the biggest apps that I use, like I think like big one was like Canva for like YouTube thumbnails, Venmo. I believe Duolingo was down for a little bit, and also Disney Plus and Hulu and ESPN were down because I believe like that day was my subscription renewal date. So because they couldn't process the payment at the time, Disney Plus was like down for like our house until like 4 o'clock.
Yeah. Do you have HBO Max?
No.
All right. I have now discovered the weirdest dating TV show
Okay.
out there.
And it's not on Netflix.
It's on HBO Max, and it's a TV show from Great Britain. It's a dating show from Great Britain,
Okay.
and it's on. I don't know why it's on HBO Max. I stumbled across it. I clicked on it, and I thought it was hilarious. And it's just, I don't know why these people do this, but I'm really happy that they do because
15 minutes of fame.
it's hilarious and awkward.
Okay.
I think the awkward, and it's called, and I don't know if have you heard this, Blake? Naked Attractions.
I have.
No.
Dude, they're full frontal everything.
Well, that's why it's on
And-
HBO Max. Yeah.
and,
Okay.
And I'm telling you, they start and like it's one person. They looking for love. They're all looking for love. One person. There's 6 people in these boxes, and the 6 people in the boxes are completely naked. So they show them up to their waist first.
Okay.
And then they have to eliminate person just off of what they look like. Then they show them up to like their neck,
So they're coming from the bottom up,
bottom up,
right through the crotch.
bottom, full frontal, men,
Okay.
men picking women, women picking men, women picking men and women, women picking women, men picking men, everything. And some of the reactions, and it's just, it's probably one of the weirdest things that I was like, I don't know why I even like this, but it's hilarious.
Well, it's car crash
Yeah.
attraction.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, they show everything for the men and the women, everything. They have to turn around, and then they get to the head and they pick and drop another person. It's like elimination, and then they talk to them. And the first time you get to hear their voice, they go off the voice, and then they eliminate somebody, and then they go on a date. And believe it or not,
Do they have to
compared
wear
to-
clothes
compared to they have to wear clothes on the date.
on the date? Okay, just
Um,
checking.
Compared to a lot of the other dating shows,
Mm-hmm.
some of these have really worked out,
Okay.
and I don't understand. Like, are we doing everything wrong?
Well, there's no other shoe to drop at that point,
Yeah.
I would think.
No, you start off
You
being
know,
start
yeah.
off being naked.
Right.
So
So
no.
that's interesting.
So I mean, if you haven't checked it out, it's on HBO Max. It is not for children. So
Right.
so just but it was just one of those things. I was like, I haven't went to HBO Max in a while, and I was scrolling through, and I was like, what's that?
You either have to have great confidence or absolutely little to no self-respect. One of the
these
two.
these people are just they're all young, and
Are they all fit?
no, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Because you
And-
look at something like
and
Love
the-
Island or those other stupid shows, and it's like, they spent 2 weeks in the gym before they went to Love Island.
And the beauty,
There isn't a wrinkle or a piece of flab on any of those people.
well, the beauty of it is the person selecting them don't always go for the fittest person.
Okay.
Like, you see a person
So I
from there
stand a
down.
chance.
Yeah, oh yeah, you 100% have it. I
Okay.
mean, there's women picking dad bods, and it's pretty much like, okay, that's the person they're going to pick because they're fit and
Right.
everything else.
So what you're saying in data is I don't have a chance in hell.
Why? No, I'm saying everyone has a chance.
Right.
It has more to do
If
with
I
your
do,
body.
you do.
Has more to do with the body language and
Well, that's what I was
those
going to
things.
say. Is there any type of personality
Oh, yeah,
interaction? Or
I mean,
it's just,
they're like
you know?
dancing and doing different stuff
Okay.
to try and get the attention
Okay.
to get to that next level. Because once you get to the face, then that's, I mean, you got to look at the face. I'm
Well, I
sorry.
would think so. You
Everything
gotta-
else,
right.
everything else falls into place.
Right.
But you got to have the face. So
All right.
yeah, so but
Interesting.
it's an interesting show. I'm not gonna lie. I
And it
didn't
comes from England.
I didn't know it existed, and and so many of these people from England, it's like, yes, teeth's a very important part, and I was like,
It's so funny.
you're in the wrong country.
And you know what? I just actually filtered myself to say, and how are their teeth?
Yeah.
And I didn't. So thank you.
They're not all great.
Yeah.
They're not all great, but it's better than the
I
myth,
held back.
better than the myth
Yeah.
of
Right.
of the UK.
Of,
Yeah. So, all right. So, what was the biggest inconvenience you had? Yesterday, it was Amazon for me because I wanted to get some stuff ordered, and I wasn't able to do it.
Right.
So, what was your biggest inconvenience yesterday?
just trying to, change my thing for the New York Times and my thing for IQ Fiber, which was strange because IQ Fiber was, the one that should be working.
Mhm.
And that was a problem.
Mhm. So, Blake, biggest inconvenience for you?
I'm gonna have to say not accessing Venmo.
Okay.
Oh, well, there
Oh
you
yeah,
go.
that's because I
Yeah.
got a Blake sent me over say, hey, you need to Venmo these two for payment from here, and I got it through, and Blake said, oh, good thing you got it through. Venmo just shut down.
Wow.
So
That's gonna traumatize the youth of America.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, because a lot of people don't carry cash at all, and they
Yeah.
Venmo
Right.
amongst themselves.
Right.
They got to pay for their plugs somehow.
Exactly.
The problem with carrying cash is now there's so many places that are starting to become cashless that it becomes, superfluous. But I always have to have walking around money.
Well, the amphitheater the other night, I was like, oh, I'm just
yeah.
gonna pay in cash. They're like, oh, we
No, you're
don't
not.
take cash.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no.
We don't take cash. So, all right, I have VP, and you have
Stuff falling from the sky or the popular vote.
popular vote, stuff falling from the sky, and I'll add in Trump, Putin. So,
Okay.
Blake, what you got? Which
Let's
one you want to go with?
Popular vote.
Popular vote.
Okay, well, Florida introduced this concept to me, which apparently has been kicking around for quite some time. And there is the National Popular Vote Compact, Interstate Compact, which is legislation that's being handled in every state. As of now, there are, I guess, 18 jurisdictions. 17 states plus Washington, D.C. have already passed and signed into their states' laws or constitution the fact that they are willing to go with the popular vote of the nation as opposed to the popular vote of their state, eradicating the need for electoral votes to choose the president.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, there's a total of 209 electoral votes between those 18 jurisdictions, 17 states, and D.C. And now it's up for a vote again in Florida. But it seems the states that haven't passed this, it comes up every year, and either they just don't get it out of committee or they get it out of committee and it doesn't pass. But a lot of them don't come out of committee. Oddly, it's very, very popular, even in Florida. Because the most recent poll done by Main Street Research and Florida Atlantic University, 57% of the people polled in Florida between February 17th and March 3rd, 57% were supporting the popular vote initiative, and only 37% were supporting the electoral college initiative. Now, it breaks down, obviously, politically. 81% of the Democrats endorse that, 50% of independents endorse it, and 32% of Republicans endorse it. And I'm looking back, and I'm going back, and it's interesting because if there was a Democrat in the White House, I think the Republicans would endorse it, and with a Republican in the White House, the Democrats are endorsing it. So I think that sways some of the what's going on.
Shifts it around.
But in 2009 in Florida, it was 78% overall, so it's only down, so it's up. And it was 88% Democratic, 68% Republican at the time, and 76% others, which makes no sense to me, and you add it all up. 88% of the women favor it, 69% of the men favor it. But it's in abeyance in Pennsylvania. It's in abeyance in Virginia, Nevada, Wisconsin. That's almost enough because, as I said, you only need 61 more electoral votes, states worth of electoral votes to get it to be there. And it won't go into effect until you have that threshold crossed. So it's like the same thing of, picking the president with the electoral votes. I just thought that was very interesting. And, personally, I'm a big fan of that's the way it should be, in my opinion. But, it's not the way the country's built right now, though it seems that it's going to be trending that way as we speak.
All right.
What you got?
So I'm looking at people as far as their election compared to the popular vote and the difference of where it was at.
You mean presidents that were elected and their popular vote numbers?
Their popular vote numbers were way ahead or way below where they were below. So it looks like it's only happened 4 times.
But
that doesn't
president
make
lost
sense
the popular
because
vote?
I know it happened, and they're not showing. It's written sideways here. They're not going all the way back to John Quincy Adams.
Yeah.
So they don't have that one in here. So they're only showing 5 times that it actually happened. The biggest disparate difference was in 1876 with Hayes, when Hayes got elected.
Or
and he was well below. And then second one we talked about, 2016,
right,
is the second largest difference of popular vote to the person that became president.
Is it about 3 million votes at that point?
Trump, it's not giving me exact numbers, so I'm sorry.
I thought she had 75 and he had 72, unless that was this year.
I thought it was close to 2 million, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
It could be.
And then Benjamin Harrison in 88, George W. Bush in 2000, the Hanging Chad vote, and Garfield in 1880. So those are the 5 that it's showing, but I know for a fact that Jackson got more votes than John Quincy Adams.
Okay.
And that was not showing up on here.
Right.
So I was thinking it was more, but it's just showing that on this chart. So Let's see what it says on here.
Yeah,
Um,
Clinton beat him by just under 3 million votes, 2.9 million votes
right.
difference.
All right,
Yeah, John
So that
Quincy
was a
Adams
bigger,
was
so that
in-
was bigger than this time when he
All
won
right,
by 2 million.
All right, so I had some
2.5.
actual. Hold on. So what's the numbers that you trying? So are you trying to find like what's like the largest difference? Like
yeah, between the popular vote, but still making it in. And John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson had more votes than John Quincy Adams did.
yeah. So number that you're looking. Which number did you say was the biggest difference? You said was.
I believe it was the 18. I'm off that chart right now. So
because
Hayes, Rutherford B. Hayes, in 1876. It was by percentage. He had 252,666 less than Samuel J. Tilden in 1876. But that was only a percentage of 3% of the total vote. Where Donald Trump in 2016, it was 2,868,686 difference, but that only equated to 2.09% of the actual vote. And George W. Bush, he was 543,895 votes less than Al Gore in the popular vote, which equated to a 0.51% of voters. So that's why I was trying to get the
Right. Well, what I
the
find
numbers
interesting
right.
about the 2016 race, and again, you know, she outpaced him by almost 3 million votes, 2.9 million votes, but she still didn't get a majority. She only had 48.2%. He had 46%, so it was similar to this year, but with the numbers reversed. But the interesting thing is, there were 10 million more people voted in 24 than in 2016, because she had 65 million, actually almost 66 million, and he had 63 million, whereas this year it was 75 and 72 million. So I don't know where they picked up an extra 10 million votes. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah, but that also just makes like the 2020 turnout numbers just insane. Like knowing what was going on at the time, like because I believe like how many votes did Joe Biden get in 2020? I thought it was like 81 million.
In what, 2020?
Yeah.
In 2020, I actually have those numbers.
Yeah.
It looks like he had 81 million votes. So.
And then I believe Trump got like 74 million, but then
it's saying there was a difference of 7 million between the two of them.
Yeah, Trump got 74.2 million and Biden got 81.2 million. So he was, what was that? Oh, and actually, Biden won a majority. He had 51%. So that was a majority for a change.
He won. He won that.
He won bigly he won.
Yeah.
But then that also just makes like the total drop off with Kamala like even crazier because I believe she got like 75 million, but then Trump gained like 2 million more votes than they got actually 3 million more votes than what he got in 2020.
Yeah.
Man,
as far as electoral,
Mm.
I'm going through the electoral votes. The margin percentage. Franklin Pierce had 85.9% of electoral, and then you have to go all the way to Franklin Roosevelt in 36 had 98.5% of the electoral votes. Johnson had 90, Nixon in 72, which is what we consider one of the biggest of all time. Only Reagan's percentage electorals is higher, and that was at 96.7 on the electoral. Reagan's second term in 84 had 97.6. So it definitely has been. There's more parity since 2000. Clinton electoral he got 68.8 and 70.4. And then Bush was 50.4 and 53.2. Barack Obama was 67 in 2008. He got a pretty big win there. In 61% of the electoral. And then Trump, they said about how he beat Biden so bad in this last election, but it was only 58.3 for that landslide that the Republicans screamed so much about.
Yeah.
So, and that's even with electoral. I'm not talking about the popular vote. So, yeah. So, what's your feeling with it? Do you think we should go with the popular vote?
Absolutely. Without a doubt. One person, one vote. Because the fact that the Electoral College diminishes everybody else's votes.
I see. I'm still sticking with my forefathers. I understand the argument, but I'm sticking with them. I'm a it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of guy. And I even after the 2000 election, I was so upset because I felt like I blame the supervisors of election in South Florida with that terrible ballot.
Okay.
Whatever that ballot was, it was confusing for young people, let alone older people. In an election for the first time, a Jewish man was on the ticket, and a Jewish population didn't vote for him.
Right.
It makes no sense to me at all. So I'm sticking. I'm still.
There should be a national ballot format, and then the states can put in the appropriate people in the positions. But I go back and forth. I'm not a big fan of states' rights. I'm really not.
I am.
Yeah. Just because. Well, it's because
I don't want someone in D.C. because Florida's different.
Oh, you think?
Florida's different.
Oh, you think?
Our rules should be different, and so Florida's different. And I don't want to go by the rules they have in California. I don't want to pay state income tax. I don't want to have one entity over. I want the people closest to me to be the ones making decisions for me, because I have a better grasp of that.
That's fine on some levels, but I always look at it through the lens of education, and the fact that in New York State they're going to teach evolution and science, and you get into some of the states in the Midwest, and it's creationism and intelligent design. And you know what? You cross the street and you can learn about evolution, and you go back on the other side of the street, and there ain't no monkeys involved in nothing. And I think that's just ridiculous, because now you're going to have a population that is being taught in two different directions.
Well, and the problem with
and that's a large example when we're talking about evolution, teaching evolution versus
evolution's a theory. Okay, it is a theory.
And God is a cloud.
Well, and you didn't let me finish my sentence. Thank you for interrupting it.
My pleasure. Carry on.
This is why you lose. All right, it's a theory, and they announce it as a theory. Okay. The people that teach creation say that that's solely it.
Right. They don't believe it's a theory.
That closes the mind to the thought process. So if they taught creationism as a theory, which they will never do.
Correct.
As a theory, I'm okay with it. But, that's educating your own child in your own way. I mean, our child's going to a Catholic school, and guess what they're going to teach her there? And guess what we're going to teach her at home?
There you go.
All possibilities.
Yep.
That's still a theory. And if they're right, you and I are probably screwed. But,
well, I've said this before, and this will probably, curl some people's hair. It's the best no-lose situation in the world. Because if you believe in heaven and revelation and what's the rapture, you can't lose. One or two things happen. Either you're absolutely right, good for you, you are now sitting at the right hand of God in heaven, and I wish you nothing but the best, because obviously you've led a pristine life of absolute sainthood and you deserve to be there, and I endorse that 100%. And if it doesn't exist, you're dead and you have no idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how do you lose in that? It's a no-lose situation.
It's still going to be. It is what it is.
Right.
Unless
so
reincarnation's a thing.
Well, there you go. Or coming back. The soul is right.
Come back as a stink bug or something.
Well, I might. That'd be a little poetic justice for some people who would think about it. But,
yeah.
But that's my thing. And then there's a book about how to handle the rapture.
Yeah.
And if you want to make sure that you're going to be okay and you're not going to screw something up, make sure your chauffeur is Jewish, because if your chauffeur's Christian and gets raptured and the car hits somebody and kills somebody, you're culpable. But if your chauffeur's Jewish, he ain't getting raptured, so he's not going to kill anybody, and you get to go up to heaven and your car doesn't kill anybody.
Yeah. So
now,
it reminds me of a joke I'll get to in a second.
Yeah, but we'll say though, Lenny. So if there is if the rapture does come, is there a possibility that the those who get raptured might hit a SpaceX satellite?
Bump their head on the way up is what you're saying?
Yes.
I don't think those two work together.
I know,
right.
but I was trying to find a good segue.
Into the next segment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the joke goes like this.
Thank you.
All right. Joke goes like this. Billy Graham. Okay, Billy Graham, he was on WFOY. We started on the same radio.
Fountain of Youth.
Same radio station I started on. So Billy Graham is coming to the end of his career. He gets chauffeured around everywhere. And, one day he's in the middle of the Bible Belt out there as pick Iowa. And he's driving around with his chauffeur. He does this speech, and the driver goes, what do you want to do now? Finished a little early, Mr. Graham. What do you want to do? He goes, you know what, Lenny? You're the driver.
Thank you.
He goes, you know what, Lenny? I've never driven my own limo. I'd love to drive this limo and just see what it's got under the hood. He's like, I haven't driven in years, but I want to drive this limo. And the guy goes, well, sure. Lenny goes, sure, I'll get in the back. And he hops in the back, and Billy Graham's driving. He's speeding. He's seeing what this limo got under the hood, and he gets pulled over. He gets pulled over, and the police officer goes up there, and he looks at the driver, and he gets on the radio and goes, sir, we have a problem. And he goes, what's the problem? He's like, well, I'm pretty sure God's here. He's like, what do you mean God's here?
Right, yeah.
And he goes, well, it's got to be God, because Billy Graham's his limo driver.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
that works, right. Who's in the back? Yeah. Uh-huh.
God's in the back.
Yep.
So,
absolutely.
God's my co-pilot.
Yeah.
So, no, but I mean, that's why I'm an agnostic. I'm not saying I know what's right. But I'm open.
Right.
I'm open to everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm open to everybody. I just think it's kind of convenient that you're born into the religion. You happen originally you get born into the religion that saved you.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but
I guess it's a regional thing.
Yeah. Primarily. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of this discounts swaths and swaths of the people on the planet.
Yeah.
That's the thing that always boggles my mind too. Nobody ever talks about the Eastern religions. You've got, I'm not even getting in between Islam and, the Judeo-Christian ones, because it's hard not to include Islam and Judeo-Christian because they come from the same root. But, you've got the ones that aren't from, Abrahamic religions.
Yeah.
And you've got, Buddhism, Muslim, Taoism, Shinto, all those Eastern religions.
Well, and Buddhists don't consider themselves a religion; they consider it a lifestyle,
a philosophy.
Yeah, philosophy. Yeah. So, so how do we get from popular vote to that?
Blake.
Oh,
what?
I'm pretty sure he did the segue.
Yeah.
So we're blaming Blake.
He's producer director. He gets the accolades and the responsibility.
Yes, and he broke records this weekend. He got our first over 100,000 views on the dancing.
200,000.
Yeah, the dance. Sorry, there, Mr. Big Time. The dancing inflatable creatures at the No Kings got over 200,000 views.
Nice.
So
you did a great job with that, Blake. I told you that the other day. You did a really good job with that.
Yeah, and when we go out there, we're going to stay neutral.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do.
And
we got the American Party.
It's also safer, right?
Yeah. No, it's just it's the way to go. and you got to put your own stuff aside and be respectful of the people expressing their opinions. And that's all we did. We did not do any commentary with it. We just allowed the people to be the people who they were. And Blake, I think you did an excellent job with that.
Thank you.
And there was a lot of people.
All right, there were a lot of people. All right, here we go. I got JD Vance. You have
Things falling from the sky.
the sky is falling, and
Call that one
Trump,
Chicken Little.
Trump, Putin. Which way you want to go?
Let's go. The sky is falling.
Okay.
Sky is falling.
All right. This is a quickie, but it's an interesting one, and it's like the old saying, "Whatever goes up must come down."
Mhm.
Well, we're putting a lot of little satellites up there. I'm not even talking about the big ones, but a lot of little satellites going up there.
Yeah.
And it seems that the Starlink satellites now are falling down 1 to 2 a day,
Okay.
coming back in. And I think there was a built-in obsolescence to some of these.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I thought that was required.
Well, I mean, he's paying for them, so why would he want built-in obsolescence? He would want them less and less. It's not like a VCR. When your VCR breaks, you got to go buy a new one.
Well, I thought they had to be able to like either remotely, like
Move them,
move them,
direct them, yeah.
or they had to.
Yeah, I haven't read any.
After Skylab, I thought that was a requirement.
That there's a built-in blow-up. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Like, poof.
Well, right now, 1 or 2 are falling to Earth every day and are deorbiting. As they continue to scale up operations, there's expectations that at least 5 of these will come raining down on us daily.
Okay.
That's before we even count.
So do they burn up in the atmosphere?
I haven't been able to find that out
Do they
yet.
actually get to the ground?
I haven't figured
'Cause
that out yet.
I
keep
thought that
looking.
was one of the things, because what Skylab was in 82, 83.
Yeah.
Like, can you look up Skylab?
That's why it's a good thing we have the Indian Ocean. It's just a big expanse with nothing in it, and that's where
Yeah.
everything can to land.
You know, I mean, we got a lot more ocean than we do dirt, but
Yeah.
if a
It's
BB
just a-
hits you from space, it's
Yeah.
probably going to leave a mark.
A penny from the top of the Empire State Building, exactly.
Yeah. Did they ever say if that was true or not?
I don't know. Where are those Mythbusters?
Yeah.
Let's get Mythbusters on the case.
Yeah.
But that's just the Skylink, Skynet.
Yeah.
It's not counting the 20,000 satellites that China is planning on putting up there as well. But the problem is a lot of these things are bumping into each other now. They're starting to bump into each other.
Traffic jam in
Pretty
space.
much, yeah.
Okay.
There's some discussion about the fact that these satellites release pollutants, chlorine gas, soot, believe it or not, which helps decrease the ozone layer, which is also protecting us from the infrared rays coming out of the sun.
All right, Blake. I think Blake had some stats for us. What do you got?
So Skylab did land in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
There were some parts of it that did survive.
Yeah. What year was it?
I believe it was 1979.
79. Okay.
Was Skylab considered in low Earth orbit? That's my question, because these are in low Earth orbit. So if they're in low Earth orbit, does that give them enough friction coming down to burn up?
Yeah.
And I haven't found the answer to that yet, though I keep
Yeah,
looking.
I was going to say, because it's kind of a nothing burger story if they all burn up in the atmosphere.
Right. Well,
But if they get through the atmosphere,
it was in low Earth orbit.
yeah,
This
because I
article-
think they changed some of those rules going up, but I don't think China plays by the rules, so it probably doesn't matter.
yeah. Well, they don't.
And some of these satellites that we're talking about are like the size of a football.
Right. There's a lot of small ones, but they're also up there, crapping up the place. There's
Yeah.
not a lot of room for anything.
Yeah.
And they bump into the big satellites, the telecommunication satellites. Not to mention all
Is that what happened to Amazon?
could be.
No.
But plus and then we don't even know about, and I'm sure we're working on it. The claims are Russian has satellite killers or killing satellites that are going up there to knock them out. If you watch any Bond movie, they're always knocking the satellite. The Bond villain is always knocking the satellite out of the way.
Or redirecting it? Or,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But 1 or 2 of their 8,000 satellites are falling back to terra firma every single day. So it doesn't say that they're burning up.
But do
That's
they
the thing.
fall to Earth?
Just terra firma.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, no, not Earth. Terra
That's
firma.
completely different.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, Dad.
And and by the way, sorry, 1 second, Blake.
Sure.
Amazon and Cooper collectively are planning to get 30,000 more satellites. So between that program and China, that's another 50,000 going up there. There's also some conjecture that at some point in time you're not going to be able to see the stars because all this stuff is crap in the view.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That sounds like the moon's made of cheese too.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Blue cheese, baby.
Yeah,
Blue cheese.
made of blue
It's
cheese.
stinky.
All right,
All right,
go ahead, Blake.
All right, real quick. So do you remember when Mir crashed down in 2001, like when it burned up as well?
Yeah, but it burned up though.
There actually were some parts of it that did land in, I believe, in the Pacific Ocean as well. And actually, because of this, Taco Bell put this out there, where if any piece of Mir hit that, the United States Taco Bell will give away free tacos.
All over.
Yes.
So,
Nice.
All right.
All right, aim better, Russia.
Yeah. All right. I have JD Vance, the VP, negotiating,
Okay.
and I have Trump Putin. Which one you want to go with, Blake?
Oh, jeez.
Which is the lesser of your two evils, my son? Go ahead.
Let's go with the guy from Ohio, JD Vance.
All right.
All right.
So JD has been assigned the ceasefire between Hamas and Israel.
It's tremulous right about now.
Yeah. And he got over there and he said, all right, it's not as terrible as I thought it was going to be, but we got some work to do. JD Vance, kind of a unique leader, if I can say that
Okay.
without being insulting to either side. He is a smart guy, even though
Yeah.
a lot of people from the other side claim that he's a numbskull.
He's an Ivy League elitist.
Yeah, he
You know,
is
he
an
went to an Ivy League school. He's an elitist.
All right, and I just got it. As I went to read, that just popped up.
$3 for a year. That's a great deal for the Chicago Tribune.
Yeah, we're not going to go with that one. But we're going to go to the AP. I did like that other one better. But some of the things, very fragile ceasefire over there in Gaza. The flare-ups of violence have kind of settled down again. But how long is that going to last? I guess Hamas has said that they're releasing some of the remains of the ones that they held back.
And they're also saying that because a couple of Israeli soldiers were killed, and Hamas is saying it's not us, it's a splinter group. We have no control over them. We're not doing this nor encouraging it, which is what they're saying. We don't know the accuracy of that.
Yeah. So, one of his statements, though, is, it's obvious which side the president sent him to be on.
Sure.
He's like, if Hamas doesn't chill out, they will be obliterated. Making statements like that, which I'm sure goes over so well.
Right. It's so helpful when you're trying to calm things down.
And Netanyahu fired his national security advisor.
Really?
And he gave basically no reason for the decision. He had opposed the renewal of Israel's Gaza offense in March, and Israel failed attempt to assassinate Hamas leader in an airstrike in Qatar in September, and they believe that that's the reason, because he opposed Netanyahu, and he didn't kill the guy he was supposed to kill.
Okay, he missed.
He missed.
Boy.
He got fired. So, Vance urged a little bit of patience amid the Israeli frustration with Hamas. So he's trying to get them to say, take a deep breath.
Right.
Which is, I believe, the right strategy.
You need to, right. Exactly. They expected everything to turn off and everybody to simmer down in a matter of a couple of days.
And the other thing is, he's trying to explain to the Israelis, he's like, some of these hostages are buried under thousands of pounds of rubble that you created.
Right.
And you want them to just hand them over. And you haven't even found them.
And that's Vance saying that?
That's Vance saying that.
Good job, JD.
So that was Vance saying that to Israel. Another 13 still need to be recovered in Gaza and need to be handed over. But JD, it sounds like JD's over there going, everyone take a breath.
Right.
So what I'm reading, and this is coming out of the AP.
Yeah, so it's an unbiased, and it should be a less biased opinion.
Yeah, it's not leaning one way or the other.
Right.
So I kind of like what JD's saying. And he's basically saying there's a lot of hard work still to do. And I believe that there will always be hard work in that area. So, I mean, it has been for the last thousands of years. So,
I mean, my curiosity is, where are the people coming home to?
Mhm.
You know, I don't think is there anything habitable still there in the Gaza Strip?
well, and this one is the quote that he said is the most important. He says, "Let's focus on security, rebuilding, and giving people food and medicine."
Thank you.
He said
Absolutely.
that's what we need to focus on.
Good job.
So he's saying a lot of the right things. That's what
Mhm.
I'm saying. He's not a dummy.
No,
He's not a dummy. And
he
things
went to
like
Yale,
this.
but won't hold that against him.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
you
cool
know,
now.
they make really good locks.
There you go.
But I mean, he's saying a lot of the right things, because it's, to me, in 2028, these are the type of things that's going to make and break his
Right.
his ability to
Right, if he can-
to be the next president.
Yeah, if he can get some cachet out of this,
Mhm.
and also if he's not going to be, you know, you should pardon the expression, a bomb thrower. If he's going there to calm temperatures, cool temperatures, you know, as you said, he's saying, take a breath. It's going to be a lot of hard work, so let's start the process now, and you know, realize it's going to be fits and starts, but we've got to start somewhere. You've got to do it in a peaceful fashion. You've got to feed people. You've got to give them some shelter. Got to stop shooting at them. They've got to stop shooting at you.
Mhm.
You know, so you know, there's a lot of finger pointing going on, and I don't think anybody is without culpability in all candor.
Yep.
You know, so, and as you know, and again, these are the, I don't know how many greats you want to put in grandchildren of, you know, the first person who said, "I don't like you, you don't like me."
Mhm.
You know, it's generations and generations and generations of this. I don't quite understand it, but I don't live in that situation, and I'm not overly invested in one way or the other to either side of this.
Yeah.
So I you know, I look at it, you know, from an outsider's perspective with disbelief because of the severity of everything that's involved in it. And,
Well, and I can't say I'm not. I mean, I am 100% against Hamas. All right. So and until the people in that region stop hiding Hamas,
right, that's the
I
problem.
can't have sympathy for them. I would love to have sympathy for them, but if you're putting them in your church or underneath your church and hiding them purposely to a group that says
Well-
they want all Israelis dead, they want all Americans dead, I can't defend you in that situation.
And again, I think that's an extreme position in the
Mhm.
fact that, you know, either your premise is that the entire Palestinian population is brainwashed or culpable,
Mhm.
and I don't think it's that. I don't think that's the case.
Mhm.
You know, these are, as you say, Palestinians love their children too, just
Yeah.
like the Russians.
I agree.
So you know, it's hard
But-
to say.
but-
If somebody's standing there with a gun saying, "You're going to do this, or I'm going to shoot you," and we know that Hamas has very little respect for life,
Mhm.
what do you do?
Well, I would think that they have respect for their own people.
You wonder.
Yeah,
You
I
have
would
to. You
think
have
they
to
would.
wonder.
But if they don't, then that shows the evil that they are.
Well, nobody's arguing that.
Yeah.
Nobody's disputing that Hamas is evil.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's the. I think that's the one indisputable fact that's here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just look at October 7th. I mean, that whole thing was,
Yeah.
you know, evil personified.
All right. I have Putin and Trump. I'll save that for tomorrow.
Oh, good. It's a sports show.
It's well, we got 30 minutes. We got 30 minutes of it, and it's just about Putin kind of refusing to even think about a ceasefire.
Really?
Yeah.
So Trump said, "I'm not going anymore."
no. They postponed it.
Okay. I like the fact that he's going to the only authoritarian or truly authoritarian country in Europe.
Mhm.
They're going to Hungary.
Yeah.
Where the guy
they're
said,
going to Budapest, right? Is that
Yeah,
what it was?
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
which is a beautiful city from everything I see on TV,
Yeah.
because I haven't been there yet. But we were just talking about a Sasha Tort, but I think that's in Vienna.
Yeah. So
Um,
the Trump Putin meeting has been
Postponed.
delayed,
Right.
and the Rubio Lavrov meeting
Lavrov, yeah,
has been
the foreign
postponed.
minister. Yeah.
So, and the statement coming out of Europe is, I guess the Russians just want too much, is kind of the statement that's happening. And,
They want it all.
yeah. And neither side's willing to kind of, give. And I don't think Trump's going to blink. He doesn't have as much to lose
Right.
as Putin.
Just as Nobel
So,
Peace Prize. That's
yeah,
all.
he
you
doesn't
know?
have as much to lose. He's not a man known for blinking in these type situations.
I don't think so.
So, and I think that's
And as horrible as it is to say, it's also at arm's length for the United States.
yeah, exactly.
You know?
That's exactly
that's
it.
it.
That's why I'm like, he doesn't have really a dog in the fight, so
Right.
he can stick by what he wants to say, and he's not losing votes in Ukraine, and he's not losing votes in
Russia. Right, exactly.
So, all right. Well, I want to say thank you to you guys. I appreciate it. You got any plugs you need to give shout outs to out there?
I do not. We're having a little Latin fiesta on our block this evening. We're having one of our themed 7th Street dinners tonight.
Excellent. That's you have a fun street.
We have a great street.
You guys have
we
a fun street.
Fabulous street.
All right, Blake, do you have any shout outs or things you need to get out there that we did not cover during the show?
I'll just say once again, like the same thing I said on at the end of the morning show. If you guys are, if anyone out there is looking for a studio space or is looking to help support the Now for Now, you can always contact my dad at troynow4now@gmail.com or Blake at now4now@gmail.com.
All right.
Oh, sure. That's how I can get a hold of you on email.
And Bobby actually said MythBusters did.
He did, right. I saw that. Yeah,
debunk
exactly.
that. So,
And Bobby, if you're still with us, it's Chuck Barris on The Gong Show.
Oh, yeah.
Or the CIA, depending on which biography you want to read of his.
I'm still an unknown comic guy. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.
Bye-bye.